Good morning. Today on Play to Win, was the 2020 college football season a success? Is the Falcons the best job opening right now in the NFL? And can Tom Brady lead the Bucs past the Saints? We'll answer all these questions and more coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, Find New Road, Reliable Heating and Air, and the Atlanta Health Clinic. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Good morning, Atlanta. Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining us again on another episode of football's Play to Win. Today's hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Bob Whitfield, Chuck Smith, my favorite texting buddies too when we're not on the show. And now I just want to hear your thoughts live about the championship game. Chuck?
Well, phenomenal. First and foremost, what stands out, the perseverance of this Alabama team. You look at the way they, came together. You look at, literally from the offensive line to the defensive line, obviously at wide receiver, Devontae Smith being phenomenal. Nick Saban is who he is. The credit goes out to Alabama. Each and every year, this team and this program has found a way to win national championships. There's nothing else you can say. They're the greatest football program in college football of all time.
Are we sounding like a broken record over here, Bob? Every year, the same thing?
Yeah, I can just ditto and repeat what Chuck said. And what you saw is it's a dominant performance. And like I thought was going to happen, a dominant O-line performance from Alabama. But one of the surprises was the defensive lineman Barmore, who really put himself into keen position to be drafted very high with his performance and dominating in the front line of Alabama's defense. So all in all, it was as expected from my point of view, but it was such a dominant performance. Like Chuck said, Alabama is kudos, cream of the crop, best team in college football now and maybe forever.
As much crap as I give them, I gotta agree with both of you guys. It's like, it is what it is. Even if it is wash, rinse, and repeat, them dudes are good. Now, speaking of dudes that are good, that need jobs, when we look at some of the job openings around the NFL, where do you guys think the Falcons rank as far as job openings go? Is that the best option right now, Chuck?
Well, I think it's a great option. I don't know how to really measure, Nikki, what's the best option. I know everybody try to look at salary cap. It'd be great to have a low salary cap. But people talk about quarterback. I'm sure the Falcons would love, or whoever comes in would love to have a new toy at quarterback. But Matt Ryan's going to be there. Julio's going to be there. But I will say this. I'm a big fan of Arthur Blank and Rich McKay. And I've seen the bubble of support that they put around these players, this team, the way they travel, how they do camp, the food, everything is first class. So I know the Falcons' job is as good as anyone.
Bob, what about you? You gunning for it?
I was over here doing my no dance. Like, no. The Falcons is the worst job. They got 25 free agents, and a lot of them were starters. They don't have any money on the salary cap. You're going to have to ask Matt Ryan and Julio to renegotiate some money so you can get other players in. They're going to have to rebuild that team from not only the GM to the coaching to just the whole thing. So, Falcons, no.
Do you think, just really quick, do you think Urban Meyer's a good fit at Florida?
I think so. I think he's a creative man. I think has an opportunity to do a good job.
Yes,
it's all
my
about
old team, Jacksonville.
Bob says there's way too much work to be done at the Falcons. Guys, stick with us when we come back. The conversation continues. We got more to talk about on our new national champions. It's coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
At Montlick & Associates, we believe in the power of the justice system to get injured people the money they need and deserve after an accident. With over 35 years of experience, and billions of dollars recovered for our clients, our attorneys know what it takes to win. If you've been injured, dial #WIN now from your cell phone to speak with a Mottlich attorney. That's #946. The initial consultation is free, and you pay no fee unless you win.
You know this guy?
Honey.
With the most standard safety features in its class.
Nice stop, Mom.
Thanks. The all-new, fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
We had a home warranty, and over the years, probably close to 80% of our problems came from heating and air situations. We had a major breakdown, so when we called the home warranty company, we had to come out of pocket $1,700. We came across reliable. One of the technicians explained to us there was a program to help change over the units. They would maintain the units for the life of the unit. It was a no-brainer for us.
For your new Trend Comfort System, call Reliable Heating and Air today.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get a $5,500 cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Plus, current competitive owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Welcome back to the show, Chris Marler, and a huge congratulations, Nick Saban making history with his 7th national championship win. Thoughts on the game?
Pretty awesome game. I think if you're just a Bama fan, pretty boring for everyone else, I would think. Alabama dominated the game, and it was, even to my surprise, I definitely thought Ohio State would keep it closer than they did. But you have to really, tip your cap to Nick Saban and this offense, what they're able to do, not only this season, but especially in this game, putting up the most yards against an Ohio State defense they've allowed in 21 years and giving up the fewest yards against an Ohio State offense in the last 3 years. So
right when you think they can't get any better, they do it again. How does this Bama team stand up to other teams around as we look forward to the next season?
I'm probably a little biased, so I'm going to let y'all go first.
I mean, you are. We let you be biased all season. Chuck?
Well, Nikki, I'll jump in there, Chris. I think this is one of the all-time great Bama teams. What the numbers say, numbers don't lie. What they did offensively, they're as good as there's ever been as an offensive team in college football history. Alabama now has basically told Notre Dame, stop comparing us. We're the greatest program of all time. We got the chips. We're in the modern era. I just think everything about right now with Alabama, what they stand for, it is what it is, Nikki. This is one of the all-time great college football teams. The last 2 years, the SEC with LSU last year and Alabama this year have produced, I believe, 2 of the top 10 greatest football teams of all time.
Yeah, but Chuck, how can it be sustained? You're losing Sarkisian, an offensive coordinator. Will we have some defectors go along with him? Will some other players that are 5-star that's sitting on the bench look at new opportunities elsewhere? So I say Alabama, that team did rank up with their all-time greats, but going into the next college season, that team may struggle. And I look at other teams catching up, even in the conference.
Chris, handle my light work and talk about can Bama sustain. You go ahead. I'm going to turn you loose.
That's a really good point from Bob, because Steve Sarkisian really deserves a lot of the credit for how great this team has been in the last 2 years, scoring over 35 points in 25 of the 26 games and putting up absurd numbers with a quarterback that has led the country all time, QBR, passer rating, completion percentage, having a running back scored 30 touchdowns, an SEC record, not even a Heisman finalist. How they sustain? I don't know, Bob. They've been to 8 national championships in 12 years and have won 6 of them. So I'm assuming they'll just keep doing what they do because it is rolling, and it does not seem like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Well said.
Yeah. We call that don't believe us, just watch. Do you think, just real quick, Chris, that the 2020 college football season was a success? It was weird, right? But do you think it was a success?
It was very weird. And I think if you look at it in any other way but a success, you're doing a disservice to all the people that put in so much hard work for this season. Listen, think about where we were 5 months ago as a country, as people, as individuals. We've never needed a college football season more than this year. And I think it delivered. It was fantastic.
I couldn't agree with you more. It doesn't happen often, but I'm doing it today. Dream big, says Chuck. I love that, guys. When we come back, does Georgia have a Heisman candidate on their hands for 2021? We'll break it down next on Football's Play to Win.
So, what should we do today?
Should we just go see a movie?
Yes. I'm always up for a good movie.
Go Rogue in the all-new fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
I just don't have the bandwidth for more business. Seriously, I don't have the bandwidth.
Get up to 20 times faster upload speeds with AT&T Business Fiber at half the price of cable. Upgrade and get better internet, smooth video conferencing, and the speed and reliability you need. Up to 20 times faster upload speeds at half the price of cable. Call 844-621-FAST to upgrade to AT&T Business Fiber now.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
Yum. Chili, chili, chili. Chili dog yum. Hormel chili. Pour on.
Montlick attorneys know injury law, and they know what it takes to win. If you've been injured, it pays to request a free consultation. Call 1-800-LAW-NEED or simply dial #WIN from your cell phone. That's #946.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back to the Dog Report, brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're going to look ahead at the Bulldogs. And what do you think, Chris, is their biggest strength on offense for 2021?
Well, guys, I know you guys know I hate this subject, but we're going to say it. It's the quarterback position. JT Daniels. And honestly, it may be 1A and 1B with the receivers, because I don't know the last time Georgia's had a stable of receivers this deep. I mean, usually, yeah, running backs, absolutely. But it always seems like they have just one go-to guy and then just, a couple serviceable receivers to fill out the rest of the roster. They are loaded at receiver and pretty much all of the skill positions. That offense is going to be scary next year.
I'm going to chime into that because he's definitely right about that offense. But that key player for them is the offensive lineman, Jamari Salyer. And what it is, I love the fact that they put this media presence out there for guys saying, hey, I'm coming back. I have unfinished business. We got to win a championship. And it's really one of those LeBron James going to Miami things. When you are a key player, JT Daniels at quarterback, you need key offensive linemen. You need key receivers. There's only one last player that has to decide, I think, and that's the running back, Zamir White. So it's one of those things that if you can get the core of your team, the core of that nucleus that was winning games late in the end, bring those guys back and say they got unfinished business, Georgia can reckon with the wrecking ball down in Tuscaloosa.
Chris, which offensive layer at UGA has the best shot at the Heisman?
First thing, I want to address one thing. The unfinished business, I didn't know they started any business in the first place. But that being said, JT Daniels right now he has the best odds out of any SEC player overall to win the Heisman next year. And I don't think it's that unrealistic of a shot for him to actually win it. And listen, I know I said the same thing this year, and I'm going to go to the well again. I think Georgia should start out as the #1 team in the country next year. and has a really good chance to win the national championship.
Well, guys, we got another national championship to get to. Well, we've got the NFC championship first, so let's break down who's going to make it to that game. It's coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. AT&T, more for your thing, that's our thing. And Beaver Toyota, we're here to wow you.
Hey Atlanta, have you heard? Beaver Toyota Cummings only 20 minutes away from you. We're 20 minutes from Dawsonville, 20 minutes from Johns Creek, 20 minutes from Alpharetta, 20 minutes from Milton and Buford. If you make the 20-minute drive, we guarantee to wow you. Plus, when you buy from Beaver Toyota, every vehicle comes with our exclusive Beaver benefits. Lifetime oil changes, an exclusive warranty, and free car washes. Beaver Toyota Cumming, 20 minutes from anywhere. Don't make me come get you.
We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Only $19.99 a month for a new water heater.
It's bow time. Years from now, you'll tell your grandkids, back in my day, we could get 2 zesty, made-from-scratch Bojangles sausage biscuits for just $3.50. And then your grandkids will say, it's bow time.
You know this guy? Honey.
With the most standard safety features in its class.
Nice stop, Mom.
Thanks. The all-new, fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Today's NFL Road to the Super Bowl is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
Welcome back. The road to the 2021 Super Bowl is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Welcome back to the show, Terrence Mathis. We always miss you, and we're excited to see you when we can get you on here. And now that we do have you, tell me what you're watching for at the Rams and Packers. Do you think LA is going to grind out another win?
No, no, I don't think so. I think the Green Bay Packers is they legit this year. Aaron Rodgers came into this season with something to prove. They drafted a guy high at his position, and he wanted to let people know that he was still the MVP of the league and the best player on that football team. And all the weapons he has around him at receiver, at running back, and defensively, they're playing a lot better. So, no, I don't think the Rams can go into Green Bay, it may be snowing, and beat the Green Bay Packers.
I want to go off the grid here for just a second, Terrence, and ask you a question that you weren't a part of earlier, but I'm dying to know your answer. Do you think that the Falcons' job opening is the best opening in the NFL?
Well, if they can resign all those free agents whatsoever, this is the only team out there right now that probably has a chance for a playoff run if you got the best coach in place.
Okay, well, he disagreed with you, Bob. But, Bob, I know you love to talk about Tom Brady, so tell us what you think about Bucs at Saints. Who's holding the advantage?
Well, we got Terrible Tom. Terrible Tom has to show up against Drew Brees and those Aints. And what you're going to see is a geriatric battle at quarterback, but some precision passing from those old dudes. And I said it's going to be a fight for Hall of Fame supremacy because they will try to light each other up with that passing attack. And you got all your key weapons back. But what I see is the X factor is the resurgence of Antonio Brown for Tom Brady. I think that's what gives Tom Brady a little added edge in this matchup. So as much as I like the home field advantage, what it used to look like for the Saints, without all that fan noise, they are beatable at home. Tom Brady, look for him to light it up with Antonio Brown.
Chuck, is he geriatric? Can we say that?
Yeah, man, is he crazy? We need to look at him as he got that money from that concussion, that stuff with the NFL. Because look, last week it was what, Terrible Tom. Listen, he was touchdown Tom. I'm gonna leave it at that. Bob had a few hits to the head though, but that's for another day.
Well, you know what? That's what makes it fun with you guys. And you know what? We are lucky that we still have you because coming up next, we're going to talk about the AFC playoffs, and you don't want to miss it. A few hits in the head and all. We'll be right back on Play to Win.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get a $5,500 cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Plus, current competitive owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Your mother is a special lady, and on her special day, you promised her a special celebration. But if slow upload speeds won't let your video call through because you have cable, just remember, you're not a bad son. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 20 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
We interrupt your erectile dysfunction with an important message. If erectile dysfunction or Peyronie's disease has you down, the doctors at Atlanta Health Clinic can help. No pills, no surgery, no needles, no pain. We have the newest revolutionary U.S. patented medical process and device from Europe, utilizing advanced acoustic wave technology, proven effective regardless of your age or medical condition. Visit AtlantaHealthClinic.com or call for your consultation with our doctors today and avoid interruption.
This is it.
Get the new bucket, get it, get the new bucket, get it. This is it. Got that new bucket on the block. Golden crispy Southern Kitchen fried chicken. Get the new bucket. Making flavored marinated fried chicken. Get the new bucket. Delicious size with our Southern Kitchen fixing. Get the new bucket. This is it, Southern Kitchen fried chicken.
This is its new bucket on the block. Order online at thisisitbbq.com for pickup or delivery.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome back to our NFL Report, brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Chuck Smith, tell us who's holding the edge, Ravens at Bills.
Well, you know what? It's hard for me to say because both of these teams, they have the one thing I think that can work well when you play outside in Buffalo, running quarterbacks. Josh Allen at Buffalo, he showed last week he can run, he can keep, the ball moving. And now Lamar Jackson also has shown the ability to run. So the reason I say that, when you're in inclement weather, when it's hard to throw the ball, when everything slows down, it's hard to stop a running quarterback. Both of these defenses are going to be really tested, Nikki, when they're playing against one another. But I'm riding with Josh, believer him all this year. I believe he should be an MVP candidate. And I just think the Buffalo Bills, it's their time right now.
You kind of been saying that all season long, so you had to stick with it. I mean, yeah, I can respect it. It's time now for our NFL Showdown.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Bob, are you about to bust on him?
I'm about to bust on him, but I actually like the pick, though. I do like the pick, but two running quarterbacks. Come on, bro. They're going to have to throw the ball eventually. So Josh Allen has the edge there. But it's going to be a tight game.
You hating? You got a little hate. You drank some hater coffee this morning, but I ain't going to hate.
Listen, finish up your theory. Terrence, you've got the positive attitude here in the Foursquare. So tell us, Browns at Chiefs, you think Cleveland can continue?
They have a great chance to continue because let me tell you why. They running game. They have a really good running game. They can keep Mahomes on the sideline. This is what I don't like right here. What happened to Pittsburgh? They rested their guys the week prior to their playoff game, and they came out and stunk it up. Ben stunk it up. And then now you're going to have 2 weeks since Mahomes and that group has played a football game. How long is it going to take them to get into a groove? I hope not late, because by the time they get into a groove, the Cleveland Browns could be up 2 touchdowns.
Chuck, you agree? Shaking your head.
Well, I agree. Nikki, I 100% agree. But to me, it comes down to the extension of Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb in the backfield. You got Myles Garrett on defense. This Cleveland team is dangerous, and it wouldn't surprise me how far they go in this playoffs and even maybe get to the AFC Championship.
Quick thought. Bob, you agree with Cleveland?
Got the best running quarterback in the game in Mahomes here. So he's going to be able to scramble and evade Myles Garrett and throw the ball downfield to Tyreek Hill, tight end. easy pickings over Cleveland, Kansas City.
Speaking of pickings, guys, we've got our picks coming up next. You don't want to miss a second. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
We break a sweat to get you feeling comfortable. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Up to $3,000 in cash incentives.
So much love.
What do insurance companies love? It's money. Making it and keeping it. That's their job. Our job is to get accident victims every penny they deserve. Our clients love that. Insurance companies don't. If you've been injured, it pays to speak with a Montlick attorney first. Dial #WIN now from your cell phone. That's pound 946.
Yum. Chili, chili, chili. Chili dog yum. Hormel chili, pour on.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get a $5,500 cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Plus, current competitive owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Today's college and NFL predictions is being brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic, named Industry Best 2020 for treating ED and Peyronie's disease.
All right, it's time now for our college and NFL predictions brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic, and we can't do it without Jeffrey, the Ed Schechter. Jeffrey, welcome back. Tell us who's winning what this week.
We got 4 playoff games. 2 NFC games are Green Bay 7 over the Rams. Rams have the best defense in football. Donald is questionable, but I'm going to give the 7 with Green Bay. I think at home they're going to be tough. This is the third meeting between Tampa and New Orleans, and I'm going to go with Tampa this time. New Orleans has handled them all year. Tampa's been looking good, even though they went through the motions against Washington. Take the 3 with Tampa. In the AFC, Buffalo is 2 over Baltimore. Baltimore's a very dangerous team. I think Buffalo has enough firepower to defeat them, to give the 2 with Buffalo. Kansas City 10 over Cleveland. I thought Pittsburgh would kill Cleveland. I was wrong. Maybe I'll be right here. I think Kansas City will kill Cleveland. They're just going to run that down to Cleveland. Has the defense to stop them. And I don't think Cleveland's offense is that great. And congratulations to Alabama. They look unbelievable. And maybe they belong in the NFL playoffs. But good luck, everybody.
We know this, nobody is coming out of this football season the same. And I cannot believe we have made it already to the road to the 2021 Super Bowl, and it will continue. So we hope to see you all next week on another episode of Football's Play to Win, Saturday, 9 a.m. on Fox 5.
Today's show has been brought to you by This Is It Barbecue, Atlanta Peach Movers, and your Atlanta Nissan dealers.